Long before modern cities spanned this continent, vast landscapes were home to Native American civilization with nature for thousands of years across North America. In 1492, Christopher Columbus sailed across the Atlantic under the Spanish flag, igniting an era of European exploration that would forever alter the global map. In 1492, Christopher Columbus sailed across the Atlantic under the Spanish flag, igniting an era of European exploration that would forever alter the global map. Spanish conquistadors forged paths into the southwest and southeast, driven by rumors of legendary wealth, planting the roots of European territorial claims in the New World. English settlers landed at Jamestown in 1607, establishing the first permanent English settlement, a venture plagued by starvations with local Powhatan tribes. English 1620, the Mayflower brought the Pilgrims to Plymouth, seeking religious freedom and signing the Mayflower Compact, laying early groundwork for self-governance. Over the next century, 13 colonies emerged along the Atlantic coast, divided into distinct New England, Middle, and Southern regions, each shaping unique economic and cultural identities. The Southern economy grew dependent on agrarian plantations, giving rise to the brutal institution of transatlantic slavery, forcing millions into horrific labor that shaped the nation's fabric. The French and Indian War reshaped North American borders in 1763, driving the French out but leaving Great Britain heavily in debt, a debt they expected the colonists to pay. British Parliament enacted controversial taxes like the Stamp Act and Townshend Acts, sparking furious protests among colonists who demanded no taxation without representation. In December 1773, the Sons of Liberty staged the Boston Tea Party, dumping hundreds of chests of British tea into Boston Harbor in a bold act of defiance. Great Britain retaliated with punitive, intolerable acts, uniting the colonies in shared outrage and prompting the meeting of the First Continental Congress in 1774. The spark of war was struck on April 19, 1775, at Lexington and Concord, where the shot heard round the world launched the American Revolutionary War. Winter at Valley Forge in 1777 tested the Continental Army to its absolute limit. Hunger, disease, and freezing temperatures threatened to destroy the revolutionary spirit. The tide turned with the American victory at Saratoga, convincing France to forge a vital military alliance that provided essential naval power and financial backing to the Patriot cause. In 1781, American and French forces encircled Lord Cornwallis at Yorktown, forcing the British surrender and securing victory for the newborn United States of America. To safeguard individual liberties against government overreach, the Bill of Rights was ratified in 1791, guaranteeing freedom of speech, religion, press, and trial by jury. In 1803, President Thomas Jefferson signed the Louisiana Purchase, doubling the size of the young republic overnight and opening vast western territories for American expansion. The Lewis and Clark expedition set off into the uncharted West, guided by Sacagawea, mapping rivers, cataloging species, and establishing diplomatic ties with native nations across the continent. The War of 1812 saw the young nation battle Great Britain once again, enduring the burning of Washington, D.C., and giving birth to national symbols like the Star-Spangled Banner. Fueled by the concept of manifest destiny, thousands of pioneer families packed covered wagons, embarking on treacherous journeys along the Oregon and Santa Fe trails. Expansion brought devastating consequences for Native Americans, as forced relocations like the Indian Removal Act led to the tragic in-removal known as the Trail of Tears. The discovery of gold at Sutter's Mill in 1848 triggered the California Gold Rush, drawing hundreds of thousands of fortune seekers from around the globe to the American West.